Welcome back to round 2 of the IWTR World Football Series Season 3. We're here at the Sepang International Circuit for the Malaysian Grand Prix. I'm still your host and your commentator Bowser here, as well. The last round is a little bit mediocre at best, but still, Mitch Johnson came out with a win at that race and now leads the point standings, coming through to the second round of the championships. This track, well, like I said in the last race, it's been hosted to many of the chaotic races that we have in the IWTR history, so would it repeat itself? I don't even know. But without anything to do, we'll go to the track info of the train. So the Sepang International Circuit, located at Sepang, Malaysia, 5.54 kilometer circuit or 3.44 miles. It opened in 1999 and it has 15 corners, 10 to the right, and 5 to the left. So as well as Formula 1 came here in 1999 through 2017 and never come back since. Also, MotoGP will continue to host the Malaysian Grand Prix from 2022 onwards, as we still don't know when it ends. But previous winners only one season, and it is season 2, which is Simon Vitt, the reigning world champion, or the defending world champion, has won here with Red Bull. And even with today, Red Bull is still on the front of the grid. Speaking of which, we'll go to the formation lap and the starting grid of the race. So it's going to be quite a big one, I would say. So Sepp Flips lines up pole position alongside Prem and Pilch in second place, and then Luca Farina and Zelan Kaya lines up in the second row. Zoran Petrozan and Alex Nizani goes up 5th and 6th. Row 4 we have Mihaly Savak, Flandre Wilson. Row 5 is Mitch Johnson, the championship leader currently, and Dylan Hope lines up in 10th spot. And then Diabakis lines up row 6 alongside Noah Tuamela, the rookie. Tim Anderson and Harry Jackrow will line up row 7 on the grid. Charles Vasquez and Panos Glazos will line up in row 8. Row 9, it's Agostino Bivona, the pole position from last race, now sadly in 17th. And Simon Vitt, the defending champion, lonely in 18th place. Matthew Falcon and Walter Wagner will rounding off the final row of the grid. But as the usual Sepang International Circuits, this track, it provides a lot of action, to be honest. In the last season, we'd see that could it repeat itself over this race. We'll see now drivers coming onto the double right-hander section over here. You see that gonna need some double apexes there. So they're pretty much going slow because it is the formation lap of the race, so they gonna go slow, maybe weaving up some tires. As you can see, Sepp Flips just moving the camera going through this sector. And this is also another tricky corner that was being caught by a lot of drivers here in the last season. That was turn 14 of the track that made everyone. It's apparently raining as well on season 2 and the season 3 before the season reset. There was a bit of a rain and everyone just sliding off the track pretty much. So I think it's all about concentration, focus, and pretty much everything else. And here we go, folks. Every driver's going lined up on the grid. 22 laps of action for the Malaysian Grand Prix today. How would it fair share? Here it goes now. Everyone comes onto the grid to line up. There you can see that Mitch Johnson lining up 9th on the grid slots. The championship leader, and also in 2nd place as well. So the second place, I think it was Zorik Petrosian, but I think he's qualified in front of him, so it's a pretty good chance for him. Every car has lined up on the grid except the medical car, who is going to come now. And here we go, folks, the Malaysian Grand Prix. It will start soon. 4 lights will come up ahead of the drivers. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4 lights. And it's green in Malaysia, and it looks like Split's get a good start there. And look at that, Prem and Pilch alongside him coming into the first corner, and you can see that Luca Farina just right behind him. And now going to the first corner, Zed and Kaya being in the sandwiches of Lotus and Renault. Red Bull. It is literally 3 wide here going to turn 1, and you could look at that. Prem and Pilch goes up into the lead, and Klebs dropping back to 2nd place. A little bit going to the grass there. Oh, and there's a little bit of contact there. There's Luca Farina hit the back of, I think it was Zed and Kaya, and he's dropping back now. But it was a bonker start. There's even more contact there. Williams of Dylan Hope and Zed and Kaya, they're still battling for position. And Brown's now right behind him. He might have a look going down the inside on turn 9, and could he capitalize it? And you can see that the Williams not giving up just yet. Dylan Hope, he's still on the inside. Now into turn 10, here we go. He goes for a double move on Zed and Kaya. And Kaya bolted on the line, but there's 3 wide on the back. That's Tuamela and I think Bacchus and also Farina. But Farina managed to edge out ahead of them. And now into 9th place. Wow, what a start for Prem and Pilch. He just pulled away for the Sauber team. Here you can see Sepeps in 2nd place. Flonja Wilson made a lightning start. Into third place she goes. And you can see now Zed and Kaya being under pressure from Dylan Hope. He's trying to go around the outside on the turn 15. Oh, but he lost a little bit of momentum, and now Brown is right behind him now. First lap completed, and you can see now he's on the slipstream. He's on right behind the wing of Dylan Hope. Now Brown is going to go down the inside on turn number 1. And you can see on the behind as well that Zorik Petrosian being overtaken by Alex Lizani, and he's go for a double move here on turn 3. You see on the back there's still quite a bit of loader battles there, and you can see now Lizani, he's going for a 3-wide into turn 5. Oh, they made contact. Brown lost the momentum, and Hope also as well. He's dropped back to 8th place, but look at that. Atia Max now goes up into 9th now. Farina dropped back to 10th, but let's see. Oh, there's cars going off there. That's I continue Bavona. Anderson goes down the inside on both the Red Bull and the Ferrari of Wagner. Wagner, he doesn't even giving up now. Still trying to go down the inside, making a contact with it on Mihaly Savak. Johnson dropping back to 12, the championship leader, is not even in a points scoring position at all. Simon Vitti's actually coming through the field to try to overtake and get into the points position, but man, it is quite a start for the race. Okay, I'm gonna have to do something with the medical car. But Pilch lead with Plebs in second, Flandre Wilson third, Ankaya fourth, Petrojan in fifth, and Alexis Nizani in sixth place. See the yellow flag, but ignore that. That's up for the medical kind of been holding the track, and there's Brown going down the inside on McLaren of Alexis Nizani. But oh, he's being attacked himself by Dylan Hope. He's going double move on that long left-hander, and he takes sixth place. Oh, Diabag's go for it again, and another capitalized move by Diabag, and he's going after the McLaren now. Go for it again on McLaren. They're still going side by side into, I think it was turn 11, 12 now. Goes turn 12, turn 13, and turn 14. Let's see. Oh, that's sorry, but I made a mistake. Oh, on turn 14. He made a mistake there on turn 14, but let's see what happens there. He just goes off the track a little bit. Like a little on board with Petrojan now. Oh yeah, he might go a little bit off too much. The tires pretty. The tire wears are pretty high. Same goes with the South African Grand Prix, the last Grand Prix. Now goes on the back. There's Noah Turmella around the outside on Luca Farina. Oh, but that's Brown's losing the momentum, and now you might see even a four-wide battle here for 9th place. And it's a three-wide here for 9th place, and you can see that's Farina, Turmella, and Brown. And oh wow, Turmella going down the inside there, he loses momentum, and you can see they're still battling position for 9th place, and Farina comes out in front of them, but you can see on the back, both of the Force Indias and Noah Turmella literally going for it now. A little bit of a teammate battle here, a little bit of a contact made again. Whew. Better calm myself down a bit, but look at that, Henry Chakra down the inside on his teammate, goes up 11th now. It's just a lot of actions here, but you can see on the back pack, Vivono goes down the inside on reigning world champion Simon Vitt, and takes the move into 17th now. The back group is just really tight. As you can see, there is Red Bull going for another one. Vasquez. Oh, another move made. That's Wagner, and Glazers is still going for it. So far, no retirements. And Glazers, he looks like he's gonna take P15. Yes, he does. You can see that's 10 hours now being attacked by Glazers. Now gets a slipstream. It would be enough. He could try to go around the outside, but I think it might not be enough. And now he's being attacked by Wagner again. You see Glazers use the slipstream that he got from the McLaren. Now is he going to go for a dive bomb here? In goes into turn 1. He goes on the inside and he takes P14. Finally, he's making a move now. And all the McLaren of Tim Anderson, he's not giving up just yet. He goes down the inside of turn 3 again. And he retakes P14. It was such a tight battle here on the midfield. Or basically, probably like 80% of the field. Right, you can see on the front, Pilch, he's just pulling away. He's past a 3-second gap between him and Sepp Plebs, the pole position. Flandre Wilson, she's doing absolutely miraculous job for Lotus. She's now up to the 3rd, and she's still holding up that position still. But look at that, Sid Ankaya. He's still looking, and he's actually catching up to the top 3 as well. Meanwhile, that Surpage are still in 5th place. Starts 5th, still no loss of position, which is a good thing. Also Nizani as well, crawl back to 6th place. Dylan Hope, meanwhile, he's up 3 positions. Same goes to Adia Backers in number 6 Mercedes. Farina dropped 6 positions here, starting 3rd. Miller. He up 2 positions into the points, the last points position now. But Brown, he's up 3 positions. And you can see on the move on a little bit of battle again on the back. That's Charles Vasquez and Acatino Bavona. But Vitz dropping back again off to 19th now. Lap 6 into the race now. Vasquez goes for a move down the inside on Acatino Bavona, and he does make the move done. Close off the line, and yep, Vasquez goes up 17th. Bavona drop back to 18th, but Vitt let's have a look on board with him. It's closing up, trying not to crash into him. So amazing racing so far. This section is going to be a little bit tight for some of these guys. If they not get the radius enough, they won't be able to turn into the corner at all. But, as you can see, that's 4 tenths away from Bivona. Oh, he's just so close there. You don't want to hit the pack wing of someone else. That's going to cost both of you a chance. Now the gap seems to stretch out now. But man, that's... oh, and Flondre Wilson overtakes... overtake... who was that? Sepp Peps. What even happened to him? Is he just lost of power on the straights? Oh, it is this one here. Just... into the, I think that was the 7th flap or the 6th flap, and you can see that soon. There's a Wilson going down the inside, and he lost the momentum as well. And I keep Clips trying to go for 3rd, but it wasn't quite up just yet. But into turn 4, and then the 5, he gets a slipstream and then goes down the inside, or the have a slight contact as well, but he gets the move done. Both of them. And Flondre Wilson is now running on low fuel. Now I think that's probably the time for the first pit stops. Now from my perspective, I mean, it could be either a 2-stop or maybe even a 3-stop if any driver is feeling optimistic. There you can see Zed and Gaia. The first man to go will go into the pits, also with Mazzani in 5th place. Dylan Hope's going to the pits as well. Backus still doesn't. Tuamela in 10th place, still running low on fuel, but he's going for a pit now. Looks like everyone in the top 10. Yeah, they're running low on fuel. Brown's in 11th. His teammate, meanwhile, he doesn't indicate that he. Oh, there he goes. So I think everyone's running low on fuel now, but honestly, they don't want to make the same mistake like what Atia Backus did last race at Kyalami, that they just ran out of fuel. They don't supposedly how do we call it? They have to know now that when more they have to pit, but it's still quite unpredictable as this is the first season that we have a refueling as of now. Mostly it's about the tires and stuff. It's Prem and Push not pitting yet, but here goes Zed and Kaya, goes into the pits. Goes away Mazzani. He didn't slide as much going into the pit lane. So now here he goes now. Let's have a look in the pits of what's going on here. Here we go, Zed and Kaya. Into the pits he goes. And what time is going to be? I think probably 5 to 6 second stop, and that will be okay. 6.5, that's not the best, but it's still a pretty okay stop. But see now, 6.8 seconds. Oh, Nizani's being held up. being held up by Dylan Hope. Also with the other guys as well, Glazers. What is this pit stop's going to be? 4.5 seconds. Actually 6.5 seconds, but he's coming up right behind Noah Tuamela. So from my perspective, now I think Ankaya maybe the net lead of the race, but Dylan Hope still in 16th place, but he comes out second in the pit lane. We are back at the front. Pilch and Wilson now. They're going to the pit soon in this lap. Also with Plebs in third and also Pedrojan in fourth. But Plebs not pitting yet. I really hope that he doesn't run out of fuel coming into the next lap. He has to conserve as much as possible if he's going to go for another lap. Here he goes now, the leader, Freeman Pilch. It's now just throw at it on a final lap to get it a great pit stop. So let's see what happens. So here goes Pilch into the pit lane now. He goes with also Wilson, but Plebs staying out. But yep, he's coming in this lap. So we hope that he does have enough fuel to make it back to the pit lane. Here he goes now. Pilch into the pit lane, also with other guys on the back. That's one of the Ferraris. And Wilson, what time is he gonna get? Which time is he gonna get? 6. Oh, and that's a very bad pit stop, 7.4. And that's gonna cost her time. Pilch, I think he gets 7.31. Pedrojan gets 7.33. Back is 7.4. And there he goes, Ankaya. 9th place. Oh, and it goes down the inside on Pedrojan. Pedrojan still not giving up just yet. Oh, and Ankaya takes it through. Thank goodness me. Thank goodness there wasn't any collision there. Oh, no, there was. Oh, man. There was a collision here. Back is... What on earth happened here? So it's a 3 wide. Goes up. Oh, that was... What on earth is that Williams doing? I bet it's Charles Vasquez or Dylan Hope. It is Dylan Hope. So it is a 3 wide, but look what he done. What? Got flipped and oh wow. That was just utterly... That was just a pointless move, to be honest, on that corner. And he just straight up flipped up and over. Somehow he doesn't even... Oh, but oh man. Oh. Yeah, that was a hard shot. He hits one of the Red Bulls as well. Oh, is he gonna be able to continue though? Because you can see on the TST cam, he just bends off. You can see on his T camera. But thankfully, just only a visual damage to his car. Not much on a performance wise. But he's dropping back to last now. And I mean, of course, and Dylan Hope and Atia Bag has been under investigation for that turn 3 incident. I mean, what could you possibly done when you're just like, you know, being sandwiches on there? Oh, so that's another interesting strategy guy. He's still staying out, but hopefully he does have enough fuel to go back into the pits and... But Plebs... Oh, 8.1 seconds, and he's also being held up at Tin Anderson as well. Here he goes now. Anderson, what time is he going to get? Is he going to get 8.1 seconds. That's a terrible stop. And there you can see now, Pilch is still in front, but Wilson goes up in 3rd. And Ankaya still goes in 4th, but Plebs... Could he manage to... Oh, he's blocked and he made a contact with Pedrojan. Oh, and it looks like Plebs actually made it up. Goes in front of Pedrojan, but it's still not looking good for Plebs because he's being slipstreamed. You could see here Would it be enough? It is enough. And Plebs goes up in 5th place. But Dylan Hope is under investigation, but he's still right behind. Oh, and there's a yellow flags on the track, and that's... Is that Michael Savak? Yes, it is. He's ran out of fuel. He's ran out of fuel. Yep. Engine just died. Gut wrenching for him. He should have pitted the lap earlier, to be honest. But still, he's thinking he wants to go off for another lap, but wasn't quite up. Oh, and Izani got a damage on his car. What is this all about? Oh, you have to be kidding me. Oh, well, that explains everything now. The McLarens have got the teammates hitting each other on turn 1. So that's Tin Anderson. Just come out of the pits, right? So it slits up a little bit, but then he didn't know. Oh, it's another one, and that's Mitch Johnson, the championship leader. So he just come out of the pits as well, and oh wow, wow. Well, that explains everything there. So it looks like the debris from Nizani's car just swung around, hitting the back and hitting the front wing of Johnson's car. That was the most unfortunate situations I ever seen. The Prix just caught Johnson's wing and it caused it to break as well. But for the McLaren side, I don't think this is going to be a good idea to, you know, slowing down for each other and Nizani getting the worst of it. But now, it's now bunching up because of that. Oh! Brown also got a damage as well. Is that literally the same thing happened here? Oh, okay, this time around. Mitch! What? He just come up and... I don't know, what? What? He just... Okay, so he just come out to the pits and then he just brake tested Henry Jack Brown. Oh my goodness, mate. I think Brown's probably going to be pissed at Mitch Johnson there. And, yep, it is another investigation here. Mitch Johnson and Henry Jack Brown turn 4. Okay, I mean, it was quite a chaotic one last season, and with the even before the season resetted. This one is a little bit earthy, to be honest. And Noah Miller's also another front wing damage. Was it from... I don't know. I don't know who's this from, but I bet it's probably the... Huh? Okay. Oh, whoa. Oh, it's a shenanigans over here. Oh! You can see. Oh. And that's, I think that was... Whack? Yeah, it is Whackman. So he just come out of the pits. I mean, he doesn't have anywhere to go. He wasn't even trying to slow down, to be honest. He was just coming out of the pit, and it's like, yeah. But Miller's getting the worst of it again. But anyways, we're into lap 11 now, almost halfway through the race. Now there's going to be even more people going to the pit. So Vid actually getting a pretty decent jump here into 14th now after starting 18th. But Wagner is getting a better of everyone now. He's just moving up from last to P19 now. And oh, there's a move there. That's, I think it was Bivona around the outside. Oh, they make a slight contact, but Bivona manages to get in front of Vid, but he has a slipstream here into turn 4, now into turn 5, a dive into turn 5, Is he gonna go for it? He's on the wheel of the opponent's car. He's not going for it. He's playing safe here. But you can see now, Plebs, Pedrojan, and Hope, they all pretty much close to each other, to be honest. And then also Wagner and Vasquez and also Glazos as well, just coming up almost at the points position now. You can see Nizani comes up 16th. Johnson, the championship leader, he's probably out to the points, to be honest, and he's just way further from the field. Brown as well, and also Tuamela. And Pilch passing the halfway through the race. Flunger Wilson is doing pretty decently up into second place. And Ankaya, who had probably the most disappointing start to his career in IWTR, he's actually managed to go up to third now in the second race. And Plebs, Petrojan, and Hope, they are pretty close to each other, so that we might see a move made. So it goes that is Plebs. Still pretty has a decent gap here, 1.4 seconds. Meanwhile, Petrojan just about a second away from Dylan Hope. Diabakis also retired last race due to the fuel. He ran out of fuel on the second round to the pit stop, and that caused him to retire at the first round. But you can see his T-cam just bending a lot, and I don't know, we might not even couldn't be able to see Backus' T-cam. So a quick update for the halfway through the race, and it is Prem and Pilch leading the race with Flunder Wilson in second place, and Kaya just follows through, but has a 3.5 second gap on Wilson. But he's still in P3, P4. It was it is Plebs. P5 is Petrojan. P6 it was Hope, but he's now under investigation with Bacchus on turn 3, and the stewards also said that they will discuss that after the race. So yeah. And also Tin Anna's in 7th place. Luca Farina, after having a pretty decent qualifying session, is drop back to 8th. Wagner now last to 9th now into the point standings, and Vasquez into 10th place in the last point scoring position. Glazos just outside of the top 10, also with Matthew Falcon and Katina Bavona, and also the reigning world champion Simon Vitt. But back is in 15 with that crash being under investigation. So after the race, he might have some words with Dylan Hope as well, with Nizani in 17th and Johnson 17th. Nizani 16th, sorry, and then Brown 18th, and Tuamela is now the last man on the field right now. As there's not much action, to be honest, than the first round before the first round of pit stop, but still, it's still pretty fun to look at the race strategies that these guys made. See now, Dylan Hope getting a pretty good exit here, coming off the turn 15, and he's getting a slipstream as well. See that now Petrojan, he just like about a second away. Close up the gap to 7/10 now. 7/10, and Hope just right behind him. And you can see that the gap's kind of stretching off a little bit. But you can see now Glazos, Vasquez, and Wagner closing up. Oh, Glazer's get a pretty good exit here coming off the turn 3. Now to turn 4. He hacks the slipstream on Vasquez. Well, Vasquez has to defend now. And here he goes now. Glazers goes out inside and he goes for it into turn 5 and it's still side by side into turn 6 and 7 now. Glazers, he's on outside and oh, he's just goes off the track. But look at that, Dylan Vasquez. He's still pretty much defended fiercely, and all Glazers not getting the best cornerings off that turn 9 and 10. Actually, turn 8 and 9. Sorry. Now into turn 10, he might have another look here. So it was pretty much closed off for Glazers, as Vasquez is just absolutely defending it pretty great. But you can see on the back now that's Vit, Bivona and Bacchus. I think probably in reach of about, I would say 2 or 3 seconds between each other. It looks like that Petrojan closing up the gap even more and more now. He's closing up even more now. It's down to about 6:10. Last lap it was about, I think, 8 for 9:10 for the first corner. Now it is about what, a few tenths now, and he's right behind the Red Bull's bumper. He's going for it down the inside, but couldn't be able to find the brooms there. And Dylan Hope is running low on the field. That means we're going to the second round to pit stop pretty shortly. And Angaya, he goes for the pits first. He goes for the pits first again. He's the first man to do it. But could this undercut even work on the front? Because Pilchi has 4-second gap between him and Wilson has about 3 seconds gap between her and Ankaya. But Ankaya, he's doing an undercut attempt on those two people who are at the front right now. It's Petrojan really close to Plebs, but still couldn't quite manage to overtake him. As you can see now, Vasquez just defending off from Glazers for the final point scoring position. And here goes now. And Kaya goes into bits for his second stop. But it should be about 4 or 5 seconds now that it's, I think, 6 laps to go. 6.82, it's a lot worse than, it's a little bit worse than his first pit stop time, but still not really terrible. Not really a terrible stop for him. Plebs, he's staying out for the longest, and I think he might even go for an overcut attempt on the front too. And here we go. Dylan Hope is the next to come into the pits. Also with Glazers as well. Bivona. Oh! And oh man, that is just, oh, that's it. I mean, so here he goes. Just coming off to the pits, Ankaya, and oh, he just slits off. And I mean, Vit doesn't have anywhere to go. He doesn't have anywhere to go. Yeah, he just slits off the track, as you can see here. Oh man, that is just such a gut-wrenching one for Serenkaya, man. Jeez. And that's it for him, another race. And his smoke's coming after his Mercedes engine as well. That was just unfortunate as... That's... wow. And Kaya retiring for the second race in a row. But this time with a crash, not on the first lap. But man, that was just so unfortunate. He doesn't have any way. I mean, he slits off just coming off the pit exit, but he's probably feeling gutted now. He's probably feel gutted quite a lot. He was doing pretty decently as well. He's looking to have a shot on a podium. So the unfortunate is probably caught him before anything was being thrown in. But that was just utter disaster for the Mercedes team. And here he goes now. Anyways, moving on from that, and Dylan Hopes. Only about 6 laps to go, I think. Seven flat on a pit stop. The fuel and pretty much, and the tires as well. And here he goes now. Glazos into the pits. Here he goes. What stop is he gonna go for? 5, 6, and 7 flat as well. Oh, is he gonna come out in front? Yes, he is. Coming out in front, crucially, of Bivona. But now, Vit has to go to the pits now. I mean, he's low on fuel, plus he doesn't have a wing with that contact with Serenkaya. But meanwhile, back at the front though, it seems like Wilson, she doesn't kind of have the pace that she could catch up with Pilch. But still, I mean, anything there's to play for, she might even holding up Pilch even for the race win. And maybe some of these guys just go for it. And there he goes now. Pilch into the pits. Same goes with Wilson. And Petrujan, he's also going for it. And Plebs, he's doing the undercut attempt. Actually, sorry, overcut attempt. And there he goes now. Pilch into the pits. What could possibly go wrong? Here goes Petrujan, just coming into the pits. Oh, and looks like Pilch doesn't matter for him now. But he's just coming out of the pits, so it could be a little bit crucial here. Petrujan 6.1 seconds. That's a pretty decent stop. Also with Tin Anderson 6.3. Matthew Falcon, what is he going to be? 5.9. That's probably the fastest pit stop so far. Also with Vasquez 6.18. Oh, the same time goes for Vargas as well. 5.93. There he goes now. There's going to be a little bit of drama here going to turn 1. Oh, he just goes in front of Vargas. That is a very crucial part there. Glazos just made it through. Now is Wagner, Farida and Plebs who has to go to the pits as soon as possible before these guys gonna even have a chance to overtake them. But there he goes now. Vit just coming out of the pits with a new set of front wings and tires. But here he goes now. It's all on the line here for Sepp Plebs, who is he even gonna be able to get in front of Pilch at this point? Oh, that's Luca Farina. He just ran out of fuel. Oh, that's another one. That's another. Oh man, you'd see that. Oh man, there goes another Toro Rosso. I mean the first Toro Rosso. But there goes another car that's ran out of fuel before he just about a corner away from the pit lane. That was just unbelievable. And now Wilson's gonna get a 1-3 position because of that. Now Plebs, what time is he gonna get? 5.1. But there goes now Pilch just coming off the final corner. But I mean, is it really gonna be enough? No, it is not gonna be enough. Pilch goes into first again. But what about Plebs just coming out the pits? It's not enough, but he's still in third though. Because now Anderson just coming off the pit lane, and you can see that Dylan Hope is really close on it. And Wagner goes up to 7th place. Getting 2 more positions. So now he's... that was a big jump there. 2 more positions that he gained. And he's now up to 7th place, but Wilson's still in 2nd place, but she is like 5 seconds away. So I think that's probably it for the race in front. But there's still a lot to play for here. If there's going to be a mistake made by Pirch, I mean, we don't even know, but we still have 4 laps to go, so anything can happen there. So that's Pivona in 12th place right now. He's catching up to Diabakis. And that's Glazos in the point position now. But he's catching up, playing a little bit of catch-up game to Matthew Falcon, who is in 9th right now. But Tuamela, meanwhile his team, Falcon's teammate Noah Tuamela, he just, yeah, I think he's in 14th right now, but he's gonna have to pit again because his pit stop being compromised because of the front wing damage that he got from a couple of laps earlier on. Still, I mean, three to go. So, oh, going into the grass a little bit there, so Flips. Goes to Anderson, actually just only about 3 seconds away from the Ferrari. But you can see Dylan Hope on the back of him as well. It's indeed pretty close, but oh, there's a little bit of contact here. Johnson and Witt, the championship leader. Oh, and he has a front wing damage. You have to be kidding me again, right? Oh, Witt. Oh. Yeah, he just slides and then again. Give this guy a break, seriously. He is just trying to coast it to the finish line at this point, but now he has to pit again for another front wing change. I mean, the bad luck might be even continues for Simon Witt, but I hope not for him. Because, like, man, just give this guy a break. Jeez. Anyways, 2 laps to go for the Malaysian Grand Prix. And Dylan Hope is just right behind him. I think about a second, within a second now. He's closing up about 8 or 9/10, but he's still quite a bit far away from Tin Anderson. Yep, being stretched out on this corner as well. So it's going to be pretty hard to catch up now. Falcon, he was just... I mean, he upped 10 positions though. He started 9th before. He started 9th before, I mean, this race. 19th to be... 19th, sorry, but he gained 10 positions, so that was quite a good one for him. But Wagner, he bested him, to be honest, in terms of positions gained. He has like 13 positions up from his starting point, which is 20th. But now it is almost time for final lap of the race. And there he goes now. That's Prem and Pilch. Just go round the final corner and starting his final lap of the race. Flondra Wilson, he's just right behind him. And oh no. Please, and oh god. Please don't. Don't hold him up. Don't hold him up! Oh boy, man. I thought there was going to be a contact there. But, I mean, Wilson, she just throws it in. I mean, you could see that. He's just coming off, and then you could see he slides off. Oh man! What a commitment there for Flondra Wilson. Now, here he goes now. Hope, he just... Oh, he's slowing down a little bit on Anderson. So Anderson still pulls away. And you can see Pilch doing nothing wrong here, as from start to finish, this leads pretty much every single lap here. But not in the pit. I mean, not really leading every single lap, but still, he was to stay at the front pretty much all the time. We got everyone else. I think they got finished the same position as of now. But here he goes. Oh, and Pilch is running low on fuel. But I mean, I think he's probably had it. Maybe he just have enough. Maybe he just have enough of fuel. But now here he goes now. Round to final corner. Prem Pilch started second place on the front row, and he's going to win the Malaysian Grand Prix at the Sepang International Circuit. He tied his teammate Mitch Johnson for the points standings. Flondra Wilson, decent performance in second place, plebs his first podium of the season, and Zori Pedrosan will take the points standings lead over both of the Salvers. And Tim Anderson comes home in 5th place, Dylan Hope 6th, Wagner from 20th up to 7th place. He's definitely getting a driver of the day for sure. And Charles Vasquez goes up 8th position. Matthew Falcon, also another decent perform on Sepang. He finishes in 9th, starts 19th. He goes into the point standings, and Panos Bezos, his first point scoring position with Lotus. It is his first point scoring position since, wow, well, since Brazil season 2. Wow, that was a little bit of surprise for him, to be honest, but combined with Luca Farina, Selenkaya and Savak all retired in the race, that might help him a little bit. Started 16th, he finishes in the points, and you can see Backers really unfortunate with that flipped with Dylan Holt, but it will be discussed at the after race with Dylan Holt. But anyways, but he's still finished a strong 11th place. But Vivona finishes in 12th, started 17th. But Mitch Johnson, probably the most disappointing out of the bunch, getting the unluckiness for the championship lead, and he's lost the championship lead as well to Zori Pedrosan, who's now leads the race, the championship standings right now. Tuamela will finish 14th, Brown 15th, Nizani 16th, and then Simonovic 17th. And you can see Farina and Kaya and Savak, they all retired from the race. But you can see Prem Pilch, your winner of the Malaysian Grand Prix. This was a more entertaining than, you know, the last race. The last race was quite mediocre, to be honest, but that first 3 laps is just amazing racing actions on the start. But yeah, it kind of drops down a little bit on the second round, the first and the second round of the pit stops. but still, it was a pretty fitting win, a pretty much well-deserved win there for Prem and Pilch. He's done nothing wrong here. And here it goes. Let's have a look at the race. Well, the standings recap now. So it's Pilch taking home the victory with Wilson second, Clips in third. Pedro Jean will take the point standings lead now over the two Saubers, and Tin Anderson finishing fifth, Dylan Hope sixth, Wagner in seventh place, Vasquez in eighth, Falcon in ninth, Glazos in 10th for the final point standings. The point scorer. Backus is 11th, Bivona 12th, Mitch Johnson 13th, Tuamela 14th, and Brown 15th, Nizani 16th, Vitt 17th, Farina 18th, with a few retirement, and Ankaya the accidents with Simon Vitt and Mihaly Savar finishes in last, as he was the first retirement of the race. Well, that's pretty much it for the Malaysian Grand Prix. Next round, we're going to the desert track, the Bahrain International Circuit for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Round 3 of the IWTR World Photo Series Season 3 resetting. So, this track, I hope that it kind of provides a lot of actions on track. I mean, we saw that last 2 seasons ago, where it doesn't really have that much action, but it's just like a lot of chaos on the track. But anyways, I hope that when we get there, I hope that there's going to be a lot of good actions on the track. So, if you like this kind of content and wanting to see more of this, be sure to give a like, share and subscribe to the International World Tour Racing channel. And if you're interested in joining this league, I'll put the Discord link in the description below. And that's it from me today. I'm Pausa, your host and your commentator, signing off for today. Goodbye.
I can see you shine.